Hello everyone, welcome to Screen Scream. I'm Viola. It's getting hotter and hotter, which means that summer is around the corner. While we're still waiting for the summer, there are more and more great movies coming out. In May, there are a lot of action movies. So today, the theme for the episode is action movies. I'm going to talk about action movies in Asia, action movies that I've been looking forward to, and action movies that I've seen myself. So without further ado, let's listen to the introduction of the first new movie we're going to talk about today. Holy Night, Demon Hunters. Soul descends into chaos as a devil-worshipping criminal network emerges. In a desperate plea for salvation, the police turn to Holy Night, a separatist trio of demon hunters armed with supernatural powers. Dong Li leads a powerhouse with immense physical strength. He's joined by Sharon, who can detect and exorcise demons, and Kim Kun, their loyal support. When psychiatrist Dong Won begs for help to save her possessed sister, Yoon Sol, the team faces a terrifying force unlike any they've seen before. The first new action movies we're going to talk about today is a Korean movie. It's acted by the boxing action star Ma Dong-seok. He's also going to show his prowess in Holy Night, Demon Hunters. As for the action scenes in this movie, Ma Dong-seok said that of course there would be a lot of boxing action scenes. And since there are some fantasy elements in this movie, they also used some special effects. Even with the same boxing action scenes, there would be fantasy elements redesigned. So you can look forward to his boxing action scenes. Some media in Korea even joked that Ma Dong-seok used to deal with villains in his previous action movies. Now people even reach for him for demons. So basically, he played the team member Dong Li, who possesses special power, and he's also a demon hunter. This team is called Holy Night. There are two other members in this team, like we heard in the introduction, Sharon and Kim Gun. Whether they can conquer the evil power and restore the order of the city is something we're going to find out when we go to the theater. So in this movie, Holy Night, Demon Hunters, Ma Dong-seok is going to play this character that can hunt the demons with his rock-like power and his fist, I would say. And Sharon is somebody who can detect the demon, and she can find out what special abilities the demon has and exorcise them. Last but not least, Kim Kun is responsible for everything before they actually go for the demon, and he's going to take a camera to record everything on site. That's pretty interesting. Remember at the end of the introduction, we heard that there is a normal teenager called Eun-so who's going to be possessed by a demon. So it's going to be very exciting. Either you like Korean movies or you like action movies. Even better, if you're a fan of Ma Dong-seok, you don't want to miss this movie. Now let's move on to the second action new movie we're going to talk about today. It's also something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and I just watched it yesterday. Thunderbolts. After finding themselves ensnared in a death trap, an unconventional team of anti-heroes must embark on a dangerous mission that will force them to confront the darkest corners of their past.
No, that's just a fairy tale.
The second new movie we're going to talk about is a Marvel movie, the latest Marvel work, Thunderbolts. As a Marvel fan, I've been looking forward to this movie for a long time. And I think so far it's critically acclaimed. So let's talk about it. Since our topic today is action movies, Let me talk about the action scenes in Thunderbolts. First of all, the younger sister of the original Black Widow, played by Florence Pugh, Yelena, she actually jumped from the second highest building in the world when filming Thunderbolts. It actually locates in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, with 118 stories high. I mean, I'm not afraid of heights, but if you're asking me to jump from 118 floors, I would definitely not do it. And if Marvel dares to use this as a hype, it means that Florence Pugh actually did it herself. It's not the double. But of course, they did it safely, but still, it's pretty scary. As for Red Guardian, played by David Harbour said that he's really happy to see that this character became more sincere in the story. But at the same time, he has his own inner struggles, and he really likes the illusional depression that the Red Guardian is in. Thunderbolts was directed by Jack Schreier, and the producer was Kevin Feige, and Black Widow Scarlett Johansson was the executive producer. So it all started from the new generation Black Widow, played by Florence Pugh, and she's going to team up with a lot of anti-heroes that everyone expects the least in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That includes the second generation Black Widow, Florence Pugh, the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan, the US agent, White Russell, Red Guardian, David Harbour, the Taskmaster. That's something we need to be careful. And Ghost, Hannah John Carmen, and the superpower soldier Sentry, Louis Pullman. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the chart next week, so we will talk more about it in the coming week. But now it's time for us to move on to Top 007. Let's review what we had from last week first. Top 3, The King of Kings. Top 2 was The Amateur. Top 1, a Minecraft movie. Let's listen to Top 7 to Top 4 and see which action movie we're going to talk about. Top 6, Spermageddon. Warfare.
Copy, we're getting a buildup of activity here too.
Yeah, I definitely see weapons at this point.
Yeah, we have definite mass.
Top 5, Lovesick.
其实我最近常做噩梦，
什么意思？
梦到你啊。
The Amateur.
Your wife has been killed.
Top 4, The Accountant 2.
Good morning, Dreamboat. Could we discuss business now?
Go.
It's a little bit crowded in this part of the chart. There are a few action movies from top 7 to top 4. The Amateur, definitely. And Warfare, does that count as an action movie? Well, it's a war movie. But I'd like to talk about The Accountant too. I know I already talked about it last week in the newly released section, but it's a good movie, so why not just talk about it more? First of all, it has been 9 years since its prequel was released, but actually, director Gavin O'Connor started to prepare for the sequel right after the first movie was released. Well, not right after, the next year. But they just couldn't start filming it. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't have enough money. They even considered whether to film it as a TV series. But eventually, it was because Ben Affleck and Matt Damon started a company called Artist Equity in 2022. That was during COVID, and they were able to start producing The Accountant 2. So I guess it really was about money. But for Ben Affleck, the reason why he wanted to make the sequel was to present the relationship between the protagonist and his brother. And that's basically what we see in The Accountant too. So it's pretty successful. As for the plot, I would say that there is a very mysterious dancing part. Actually, after the premiere, the director specifically asked the audience not to put anything from that dance on the internet, but it accidentally became a part that everyone's looking forward to because it's just so mysterious. And even Ben Affleck himself said that he thinks that's the most difficult stunt he did for this movie because he spent months to train for this. And he even jokingly asked everyone not to talk about him shooting naked. And the director even said, oh, it was a naked scene that he was practicing the dance in front of the mirror. But trust me, the dance is real, but Ben Affleck wasn't naked in the movie. So don't look for his naked scene in the movie, okay? But anyway, this dancing scene makes Ben Affleck's fans even more anticipated. Now, let's move on to top 3 to top 1. Top 3, The King of Kings.
Our story begins 2,000 years ago when baby Jesus came into the world.
Wait.
Top 2, a Minecraft movie.
In the overworld,
Wow.
anything you can dream about, you can create.
So they built all this?
Top 1, Sinners. I think there's only one action movie from top 3 to top 1. I don't know, does Sinners count as an action movie? It's a horror, I know. I don't know if there are a lot of action scenes. But a Minecraft movie is definitely an action movie. And I can finally talk about it. I mean, I've been wanting to talk about it for many weeks, but it really isn't a great movie. So if there's something else that's more worth talking, I just went for it. But now let's talk about a Minecraft movie. I went to see the screening thanks to a friend. I knew nothing about Minecraft before I went. Well, I didn't know nothing. I did do some research and my boyfriend's a big fan of Minecraft. So what I like about the movie is that at the beginning, when the protagonist was trying to explain the overworld, he said that everything here is fine, everything you can imagine, you can make it, but the only downside is that every 20 minutes it will be dark and there will be monsters coming out. It's basically the true situation of the game Minecraft. Like when we play Minecraft, every 20 minutes in the real world, it's a day in Minecraft. And when it's nighttime, there will be zombies or monsters that will come out to attack your buildings, everything that you've been building. And something else that I found interesting was that before I watched Minecraft and before I did any research, I actually already knew that in Minecraft, if you are going to fall from high places, if you jump into the water, you won't get hurt. And in the movie, they actually demonstrate that when the protagonist and his partners are going to fall from a high place. He said, oh, wait, let me throw something. And then he threw a water cube. They're fine. They didn't get hurt at all. I think these details would trigger gamers' feeling of, oh, they really did well on rebuilding this world of Minecraft. But besides these, the plot really was mediocre. But the version we watched was 40x. So I have to say that it was really fun. It was like a ride. I mean, literally, it was like a ride. It was very interesting, very exciting. It's not scary, trust me. It's not roller coaster, but it's really fun. So if you want to watch Minecraft, I would recommend you to watch it in 40x. Even if you're not satisfied with the plot, at least you will get some fun out of it. And that's all the time we have for today. Hope you liked all the action movies I introduced. If you have time, grab one of them and tell me what you think. Remember to come back same time here at Screen Scream. I'm Viola. See you next time. Bye bye.